Hey everyone, this is LuckySevenDX. Welcome back to Let's Play Mario and Luigi Dream Team. In the last episode, we rescued these Mega Pillows, ascended to the highest point of, well, almost the highest point of Mount Pajamaja. We just have to go through this gate and we'll actually be there, but of course, there'll be some stuff lying on the other end of this gate. So we're going to spend this episode gearing up and preparing for battle, because we actually have some really good items to get if we actually backtrack back to Wakeport, do some of those side quests, so on and so forth. Hit this button. Don't forget to hit this button. If you forget to hit this button, you fall down here, you're going to have to reclimb the whole mountain and have a lot of fun with that, because that's a pain in the butt. So if you need to heal up, obviously this guy is good for Pilates, and we can easily backtrack to that pipe to get to the top of the mountain whenever we so choose. So we basically can just leave the mountain now and head to where we need to go. So first stop is going to be El Dream, because we're going to have a new reward from him. Then we're going to take care of Kylie. Then we're going to take care of the Mad Skillathon. And then when we get back to the mountain, before this episode's over, we're going to fight that Pterodactyl thing and actually get the no-hitter challenge for that eventually. So pretty much a long side questy sort of episode where we take care of everything that we need to take care of and go from there. So I will see you guys when we get to El Dream. El Dream, we've come to visit you. I see you're still taking up this guy's bed because you're kind of rude. He's never slept once since we rescued him. Poor Boss Brickle. Then again, he kind of deserved it. So I believe when we have 26 pillows, yeah, we get a new item, which is the Goldenware, which sounds very exciting, very good, but it's actually not really that good. 37 pillows is the next one. That's actually not going to happen for quite some time, so we'll get that eventually, but not anytime soon. For now, the Goldenware is basically, we get more defense based on how many coins we have. So we actually have quite a few coins, so it actually gives us plus 11 defense, but speed is an irrelevant stat in my opinion. I don't really have any respect for speed, and 20 power is certainly worth it over 11 defense. It's going to take a lot more defense than that to undo the power. I'm basically going max glass cannon and using defensive shields over actual defensive stat. Although the defense stat I am still leveling up because it will actually become relevant eventually, because we aren't going to use the guard shell forever. But up until that point, we're basically going to just maximize our power and it'll be good to go. So, Wakeport, Kylie Koopa, let's do it. Oh man, Kylie Koopa time. Now, I'm going to let post-commentary Lucky take over in just a little bit, as you know. But, before that happens, I do want to make sure that this is said. If you care about spoilers for future enemies of Mount Pajamaja, do not keep watching, because there will be, just skip a few minutes ahead, because there will be a point in the final picture where that does actually depict the next enemy we're going to be coming across. If you want to have to stay completely unspoiled, don't watch that. However, it's really no big deal, so you'll see it next episode anyway, and I don't think it's a trifling matter. Otherwise, I mean, as long as I'm here, I want to take care of Kylie, basically. So, and I want to be here for the Mad Skillathon, because the item it drops is really good. It's worth, actually, the backtracking, in my opinion. So, yeah, without further ado, we're gonna let, there isn't any spoilers in, oh, wait, never mind, there was. Sorry! A spoiler! It was directly there. I'll black that out, maybe, or something, but basically, if you care about spoilers, skip this section. I'll, maybe leave a note what time you should skip to in an annotation or something. Do it, Lucky. Yeah. Anyway, post-commentary Lucky, go! Alright, it's post-commentary Lucky time. We're doing some puzzles, so at this point, you've been spoiled of, a certain foe. He's pretty cool looking, as you can see. We'll definitely be dealing with this, you'll understand this picture soon enough, but this is a really quick picture. I'm just blazing through this one. Honestly, the Mount Pajamaja puzzles are actually fairly easy. I mean, this one's pretty self-explanatory. This one is basically based off the spin jump. I also really like the picture for this one because it's very full of energy. The full one is actually going to have, our spin jumping characters. You can see the Mega Pillows, the enemy that we saw earlier, Dreambird, the Massive Bros will be in it. It's a really nice picture. Although one questions how exactly they got this picture, considering we haven't even technically gotten to this point yet. But that's okay. Apparently, just crazy stuff happens. So as you can see, the spinning bros I mean, there's really lots of focal points though for you to make the good puzzles on. I mean, Dreambird's pretty good. The brothers are pretty good. It's easy to get the Mega Pills. It's easy to get Starlo. It's easy to get the Massive Bros. So really, there's just It's a really easy puzzle just because there's so much activity and characters going on that's really easy to figure out where all the slots go, at least in my opinion. There's maybe like 3 or 4 pieces that don't immediately have a character in them, so there's not like a giant portal like there was in Pillow Castle last time where that made that one really confusing and so on and so forth. So it makes it easy 400 coins. It honestly was the quickest I think I've done these puzzles, so I won't be with you guys for much longer. We're gonna go back to live commentary, Lucky, and blah blah blah, but we'll see our reward, and it'll be good to go. So as you can see, just really easy puzzle, finishing off, not even getting the end pieces last, so that's it. Bye, guys! Alright, that takes care of the, everything here. So, our reward for doing all 3 puzzles is a Stash Bean DX, so always good to give that one to Luigi, give him extra 3 stash. That's actually kind of worth it too, because the higher we can boost his stash, the more he's just going to crit literally everything, which will be pretty wonderful. So, while Mario's going to be the powerhouse, Luigi's going to be the crit house, and that might actually make him more powerful in the long run. He might actually end up being the more powerful of the 2 bros, which is a little unfortunate because that doesn't really carry over to the Dream World as well, but what can you do? Now, we're going to head straight down to the Mad Skillathon and take care of that, and then we go Pterodactyl hunting. So far so good with this video. However, this Mad Skillathon is definitely one of the lengthier ones, so while I'm going to spend the first bit talking about it, I'll probably cut to post-commentary Lucky again to do the rest of it. Or just speed it up depending on how quick it actually ends up being, so it's a very lengthy one, but it's one that's really hard to fail, so I'm not really going to concern myself with talking throughout the whole thing. It's just not really worth it after we shut off. So it is a Dropchopper, as opposed to, you know, just having to do the usual Dropchopper motions of catching and whatnot. Basically, all we're doing is steering using the gyroscope, and then stomping on monsters' heads with timing, so, and then you get more time along the way. So while the other ones are about, like, not screw up and failing, this one, doesn't matter if you fail, it's all about getting there in time. The thing is, it gives you plenty of time, but you can collect more time as you go. It's very similar to the spring thing, or I forget the name of the thing, but there's a very similar one in Bowser's Inside Story where it's more based on time as opposed to actual not messing up your timing. It's time-based instead of mistake-based, basically. So all I have to do is basically fly around, stomp these guys in succession. As we stomp them, not only will we get more points in succession, we'll also eventually, if we get enough in a row, and obviously if we miss one, the chain will be broken. You'll get the chain will reset. You won't get that many points. But not only do we get increasing number of points, we also get extra time back. So by doing these first chains really well, we actually collect quite a bit of extra time. And between that and the time we get from piloting these sections, we actually get a lot of time. If we do this well, we'll actually have a whole heck of a lot of time at the end. The thing is, you just have to be really precise if you're flying it. It is gyroscope controls as well, so that does kind of... that was close. Sometimes the pushes are a little tough, so just be careful for your gyroscope controls, because they can easily screw things up. And our target's 800 as usual. We'll probably get the 999, because it's not hard to do. But as you can see, I mean, this is just going to be an extremely long process of just doing this over and over again. Maybe I won't have post-commentary like I kept this out, though, because this is actually going decently fast. This isn't terrible. The thing is, like, besides something that's going to be coming up in just a second here, well, that's what happens when you screw up. You just waste a bit of time, and it doesn't really accomplish anything. You just lose your chain, which does cost you a lot of time in the long run, so don't do that often. If you hit a bomb like this, it'll also just delay you, won't actually kill you or anything, so those are the 2 things to avoid in order to not lose time. Otherwise, you should actually be slowly gaining time as you do things perfectly, so as long as you just don't make a ton of really, really bad mistakes over and over and over and over and over again in a row, you actually should be gaining time in the long run. So that does make this process fairly easy. As long as you're around like 40 seconds, I find you're pretty much in the safe zone. Once you start dipping into that, maybe you should start worrying a little bit about being better, but for now, I mean, we're already a fourth of the way there. We're pretty much at an adequately good time. As long as we're just careful, we should be a-okay. So maybe I will commentate over this. I just don't want this video to drag on forever, even though I've cut out a lot already just from doing the Kylie thing. Although the Kylie thing wasn't that bad, actually. I got through that fairly quickly, but that one can be sped up for sure. This one, I mean, the thing is, unlike the Yoo-Hoo barrels where things actually progressively get different, this is it. This, like, nothing, like, we're gonna start going faster maybe towards the end, but we're really not, like, nothing else is really gonna change. It's just kind of doing this over and over and over again. And it's really not very exciting in the end. It's just kinda... It's a really slow and really boring process. Although, if I keep doing really well at getting long streaks like this... I missed the last one! I'm a doof. You know, maybe just because it's entertaining to listen to me do this, I'll just go ahead and keep talking. If for some reason I decide that this is just long and stupid, I'll make a post-commentary like you come in at this point, but... Otherwise, we'll just get my live commentary and I will decide from... Gosh freaking dangle darn! It's almost not even worth getting the 6 points because it's going to take extra time. I won't get time back because the thing is the streaks give you time, but if you don't have a streak going, you won't get time. I'm actually kind of a slight bit concerned that I'm going to screw this up, so let's be careful. Let's be extra careful not to mess this up because that would be bad for me to mess this up. Also, I'm going to go for 9.99, so this is going to drag on for a very long time. It does take like a good half a minute at least just to do each section. If not more, probably, I'd almost gauge it more like 45 seconds. That might be a little much, though. Alright, hopefully using this stretch of time here, we'll get back to a decent point on the clock. I'm a little concerned to be still under 40 seconds, but hopefully, I mean, this isn't even a very long streak, though. Oh well, what can you do? At least we have the pleasant Wakeport background as we just slowly fly over here and kill innocent target lobsters. Is there really no time here? Okay, there's one time. Okay, I'm officially slightly concerned about the clock, but at least it looks like we're getting at least a pretty decently long stretch here. So we should be okay to take care of this. No screw-ups. No screw-ups. No screw-ups. No screw-ups. That's what I like to see. And now hopefully they're going to give us a good chunk of time here. It looks like we're actually getting a good amount of time back. So we've pretty much not really gained or lost any momentum in a while. So that's a good sign. Especially having a really crappy bit of luck of just having all bombs. I guess it's pretty randomized. I mean, sometimes we'll even get like plus 7 seconds, and that's when you really are going to be in decent shape. Like that one right there. Speaking of which, speak of the devil. I guess I'm probably going to keep this in actually, because I thought the commentary for this would just end up being really boring, but this has been a bit more, I guess when you're actually talking, it goes by a lot faster, because this has not been nearly as bad and monotonous and long as I thought it was. I mean, we're already over halfway to 9.99, and already super close to our goal. As long as I don't screw things up too horribly, we'll actually be in fairly good shape here, so as long as we just keep Dropchoppering, and this is good practice too. Oh, well, I guess it actually isn't practice. The mechanical skill of the Dropchopper is actually more about getting onto the Dropchopper fast than it is actually landing in controlling the movement of it. The actual getting on it I find to be the skillful part of the actual attack. So it's kind of interesting that this challenge doesn't really test your ability to attack, but more of the landing part of the attack, which is not, I mean, considering how much of a shockwave radius, I mean, unless you're going against a flying enemy, like the Pterodactyl will be, the shockwave will avoid flying. I knew I missed that one, and I was really sad. That was dumb. That was bad, and I feel bad. Oh well! As we continue to fly... Really? Okay, we're just gonna skip that one. If you miss one, don't try to go for it again. You come back so fast that it's not the easiest thing. Or at least we're gonna not lose too much of this streak, because that was the very first one. So that was, what, 8 points of loss there, but we didn't lose... I mean, it didn't break the streak, so that's a minimal loss only. We're already 3/4 of the way there. We just have to fly carefully here, and eventually we will destroy the world. I mean, this is a very slow process, I will definitely admit that, so... Welcome to, I guess, most of this episode is Dropchoppering, because Dropchopper, get to the chopper. Go! Murder! I really want to first try this. This is kind of like one of those frantic recordings where I'm getting like all the recordings done before something major, in this case PAX East. So it's like, okay, let's get these recordings out of the way. Let's go pack. Let's not screw up stupid things like the Dropchopper thing that takes like 15 minutes to redo if you screw that up. And life will be good. Alright. We are... Oops. That happened. +3! +3! Can we have another +7? I mean, I'm at 30 seconds. Oh my god, okay. focus. No, you know, I'm not gonna disobey my rule of screwing this up. Once again, that was the first one, so I'm not gonna complain. It's not the end of the world, though. I am kind of a slight smidgen bit concerned about time right now. It is in the lowish sections of the 20s. Although it looks like these are all time things now. No. Oh, I miss a 3! Oh, we don't want that to happen. That being said, like, as you can see, we still clearly have wiggle room. And this is going to be a nice chain, hopefully, as long as I don't screw... I'm jinxing myself. Okay, I need to, like, focus here, because if I mess this up and don't get 800, I'm going to be Okay. We are going to not screw this up. We're going to get 999. Give me some time. Thank you. Maybe a +5 would be nice. A +6, 7. Well, there's no 6. It's just 3, 5, and 7. But okay, time is a little concerning. This chain will get me the 800. So in the end, it doesn't really matter. But oh my god, I might. I got the 800 at least. Okay. Except I'm still really kind of not. I'm not gonna get the 999 if I screw up again. I'm in crunch time for getting the max record, which the max record does not matter. So it's definitely a sloppier run than I would have liked to have had. This is a long chain, though. If I can actually get this perfect, I'll be in real good shape. This is a really tough section. Oh, this is gonna be a really far one. Get it? Okay, as long as I can keep this chain up, that's actually gonna get our time back into at least reasonable range. And if I can just get a few more chains like this, things will be good. Give me, oh, a +7. Thank you. Thank you, game. I am rewarded for my due diligence with some extra time. I just need another 100. Oh, I thought I missed that for a second. You gotta make sure you don't go too early. It's so easy to go too early on this one. And then gyro controls are the bane of my existence, but we're gonna have to deal. I mean, this game does like gyro controls. It's one of those rare games that use gyro controls way too much, but still ends up being good. Which Nintendo definitely skirts that line sometimes of having too much gyro, because too much gyro can make life hard. We're back up to 20 seconds, so I've definitely recovered. This is good. It looks like a nice chain over here as well. And actually, this chain might be enough to finish things off, actually, if I'm good enough of doing this. So as long as I can get this going pretty well. I don't think it's going to finish it off, but it's going to come awfully close. No, I think it will. It's going to finish it off. Yep. There we go. 999 has been achieved in a little bit of panic there. We definitely got close. That was not as good as I would have liked it to be. But 100 coins, 300 coins, and the action boots. Now, these boots are a double-edged sword, but in the case of this game, I'm going to say that the benefits are better than the costs. In certain situations, in normal battles, actually, I'm probably going to unequip these. But for boss battles and the Pterodactyl and stuff like that, these boots are going to be really strong for now. Basically, what they do, look at the power difference. That's plus 24 power. However, if you don't get an excellent, be it a bro attack, a Luigi attack, a Dream World attack, you'll actually take damage. Not much, and the guard shell and the badges will actually negate that damage as well. But still, that's extra hits that you don't want to be taking to your shell. So I guess actually, since I do have the shell though, that also makes the action boots fine for normal battles as well. The thing is, when I'm using bro attacks, I tend to get excellence. It's pretty hard to not get excellence for bro attacks, and that's what I use for bosses. So this is an extra 24 power that generally won't have too much of a bad side effect. As opposed to the heart boots, I'd rather have the knockout boots on Luigi. Health regain is not really that important on him. I'd rather have the potential extra power from killing a guy. So that's a thing. Anyway, we're going to wrap up this video now by hunting down one of those pterodactyls. And now that I have the action boots and the Dropchopper for even more damage, we're going to hopefully be able to really destroy this guy and get the no-hitter. So I'll meet you guys back on Mount Pajamaja for excitement, fun, intrigue, and mostly monster hunting. Alright, so we're back on Mount Pajamaja, now further equipped and ready to go. Let's go hunt some pterodactyls. Now the way we're going to do this basically is I'm going to fight enemies, preferably the volcano ones where I can just jump on their heads and not cause any damage. And I'm just going to beat the crap out of them until an enemy spawns. Until when the pterodactyl spawns. I feel like they spawn more often on this mountain. And then once one spawns, I'm basically going to fight it. And I'm gonna basically speed up until I get to a point where, actually, let's okay, yeah, we beat that attack for once. Oh, look at that, one spawned already. That was quick. Yeah, they spawn pretty often here, so I've saved the game, though, so if I ever screw up, I'm probably just gonna go straight for, just, you know, basically save up, because Tom Balls are limited. I think stores might sell them. I'm not sure if one sells them. Yeah, I'll check the store, actually, on, the thing, but I think it might not be till later until, they actually spawn those enemies, so for now, we have to deal with this guy, dropping his defense, and we're just gonna start going to town with the Dropchopper. This is actually our chance to get an excellent on the Dropchopper as well. So I'm gonna get this first try, by the way. I'm going to completely destroy this Pterodactyl without even taking damage. We're gonna focus, we're gonna get her done! 84 damage, not too shabby. You think that'd be a lot, but these guys have quite a bit of HP, so okay, I can handle this attack. Just gotta be ready. Just each rock when it comes. It's easier if you react to the rocks and not when you don't hold the hammer. There we go. That's how you handle that attack very well. So that was good. And the nice thing is it counterattacks for quite a bit of damage too. So the other attack is the one that concerns me, because that one I don't really understand the tell for it. I might need to actually look this up and figure this out, but let's focus on this. B-B-A-A-B-A. B, B, A, A, B, A. You can see how much damage this is doing now, by the way. Quite a bit of extra damajo. Boom shakalaka. Alright, so that did some good. We're gonna just chunk this guy down. Hopefully we can get this guy down in oh, no. Okay, that should still be good enough for an excellent. Probably lose a little bit of damage on that. You gotta be really quick about the Dropchopper, because the quicker you get on, the higher you will go. The higher you go, the more damage you do. You see, it was about 2 damage worth, so that was still up on the acceptable. Okay. That's definitely going for Mario. Okay. Jump your bows. Jump your bros. Oh, okay, that's how I dodged that. I'm not sure if there's a way to indicate which one goes first. You just have to kind of see. Maybe there's shadows? Is there shadows? Is that what I'm missing? Is there... Fire doesn't cast a shadow, though. That wouldn't make sense. There has to be a way to tell. Maybe I'll look this up afterwards, or I'll analyze the footage very carefully, and I'll annotate it or something if there's something I'm missing. Because, yeah, we killed him! There we go! We dodged both attacks, and we got the no-hitter 22. Very nice. That was actually my first try in doing this guy, which I'm very excited about. And our reward for this is something really nice. Level 16, but it's time for us to rank up to flower rank. So, with that, we can choose another thing. We have quite a few options. Reduce, I'm not sure if this was here before, but, you know, reduction to damage is always good. Extra jump power, extra hammer power, which isn't really worth it because bro attacks are used mostly. Counterattack power is not bad. Shroom experience, if you make... mushrooms give you experience, basically, which is nice, but obviously Gear Slot is what we want to go for, so Gear Slot it is. And with that, we can now equip gloves. Very exciting. I think power is what we can go for now as well here, so we get even more power right before the next thing, so let's just get the timing here. Got it. Boom! 3 extra power from Mario. Always good. And, I'm really sad Luigi hasn't gotten that level yet, though, because having the Lucky Boots on Luigi would be, or the Lucky Gloves on Luigi would be really nice to have. And then there's really no reason to give it to Mario right now, so I'd rather just add to his power even further. Perfect power gloves are tempting, but taking damage is so easy, especially with the action boots on, that really power gloves just make the most sense for him right now. And that'll give Luigi the Lucky Gloves, and we'll pretty much have our build of sorts until I get better gloves from Mario, because these are kind of a bit but what can you do, I guess. Anyway, that's it for Sidequesty stuff. In the next episode, guys, well, first, there are beans I have to give to my bros, and I will give the beans to the bros, but I'll do that next episode, just because that way I can take a second to plan it out better and figure out all the numbers and do some number crunching. But in the next episode, we go through these gates and we finish up the Mount Pajamaja section of this game. Very exciting. I'll see you guys there. Bye-bye.